we did shift up the schedule just a little bit. But I did update the Twitch page to say specifically that we were going to do it today and not later in the week like we originally planned. But
well, I'm sure later in the week people will not be as around to listen either. So
yeah,
perhaps
6 of one,
this
half a
switch
dozen of
fits
the
other
other.
people's schedules too.
Whatever. It'll show up on YouTube later anyway, so whatever. But yeah, taking a break from the actual plot today, the core plot, to do a little bit of side questing. Reasons for that being twofold. One, if you get too far, you can't do some of these side quests anymore, and for another, some of these side quests result in things that make the game, a little bit more fun or a little bit easier or whatever down the road. So we'll go ahead and start banging a few of them out. I don't think we'll get through. Oh, I know we won't get through everything in one stream. Some of these side quests, including the one that we're going to start in a little bit, is a pretty long thing and involves several battles. And if you really want to max it out, it requires some, cleverness and some effort. So I'm sure we'll pick this up again after the new year. But for now, we'll do some stuff. I've got save games organized here so that we don't have to actually do a lot of the legwork. I mentioned to you the other day we were over here in Salgidos when we finished up last time around. The first side quest that well, not the first side quest, but the big side quest we're going to take on today is triggered down here. So rather than make everybody watch me traverse the map, I did some save games to get that a little bit better organized. But the first thing we're doing is a special event for Agrias' birthday. It requires you to have 500,000 gil in the bank, and it requires you to land on towns on the first day of Cancer in the in-game calendar. Not all towns work. It seems like there's a little bit of confusion as to which towns work. It seems like castles will not work for this. It seems like it has to be a place that has an active tavern. But I haven't really run through the event to see exactly how or where it would work. I do know from having done it already that going here into Gollund will trigger it because I'm going to land there on 1 Cancer. Or no, I'm not. Derp, derp, derp. I forgot where I saved it. No, I just have to go through a couple times because I wasn't at the end of Gemini. Agrias is just hanging out there, having a drink by herself.
Aww.
Kind of sad. The life of a knight.
Aww. But she has the party.
What I really like is the bartender is just kind of staring at them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never actually done this until this past few days. I believe that this was added solely for War of the Lions, but I can't verify that firsthand. Which, if it was, I would certainly.
They added a decent amount, regardless.
Yeah, they did, definitely. And if they did do that, that kind of explains why the barkeep is just kind of staring, because that's all like a static background.
Right, right. Oh, he did just turn his head.
Oh, look at that. I guess I was paying too much attention to the dialogue last time to notice that. You'd think somebody with such a cool haircut wouldn't be quite so awkward.
One would think so.
She doesn't even know it's her birthday. That's a dedicated night.
Yeah, it's endearing.
You have to have Lavian and Alicia in the party still in order to trigger this event, because obviously she references
Who are those
them.
people?
Those are the 2 knights that came with Agrias when she first joined the party after Chapter 1.
Oh, gosh, wow, okay, yep.
We haven't used them ever since, but that's the whole reason that I kept them in the party, was because I knew that we wanted to trigger this event later on. As far as I'm aware, this is like the only time that like that present sprite is used anywhere in this game. So it is kind of neat that they, bothered to go to all this effort to make this work.
Yeah, interesting. Oh boy, this is a dangerous...
I know, he's so smooth. It's like, oh, by the way, I know that I can't really think about you as a woman, so here, have some lipstick.
Goodly.
It's just so sad.
No.
They're both kind of pathetic.
Oh.
It's very hard to tell, but they actually edit the sprite of her goblet there to show that she's using it as a mirror to put on the lipstick. Very clever.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just saw that. So cool. Weird that they didn't update her the much.
I know, the more visible portrait. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Yeah. And here he gets friend-zoned anyway. Womp womp. Thanks for using some of the party's money to buy her a gift that didn't get you any. And that's it. That's the whole thing. The upshot of that is that you do get the Tyner Rouge accessory out of doing that, which is a female-only accessory because, we can't be having men wear lipstick in this game.
Certainly no.
My goodness. Which is it's a serious accessory here. So, and this, for some reason, I don't have anything equipped on her. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's +3 to both magic and attack, which is a pretty big deal in the grand scheme of things. Very few things give you +3 in either one of those, let alone both.
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I kind of spun this save game out of nowhere. So when I leave this, we're not going to have it anymore. In the spirit of having actually done the event, though, at some point I'll go back and add it into our inventory so we can use it in the future.
If you say so, pal.
Yeah, I mean, this one is kind of hacked together to get these side quests underway. So we will we'll kind of pretend that we're doing this legitimately. I totally didn't say it on the stream.
Your decision here.
Okay, so now going back to the bigger side quest that I mentioned earlier. This is,
this is our actual file, right?
This is the actual file that we're doing, yeah.
Gotcha.
And one last thing that I'll point out before I move on is that the requirement for that last one is that you have 500,000 gil in your war funds, but you only actually use 50,000 of it to get the Tyner Rouge.
Right, I was going to ask about that.
I'm not sure why they did it that way. I guess maybe just to make it harder to actually trigger the event without totally ruining all the work that you've done to get there, but I don't know. It's an interesting
Or
choice.
somebody just forgot to carry a tens plate.
That could be as well.
Like, I don't want to put that past it here.
So now we're kind of going back to, I guess, quote-unquote present time. The last thing we did in the last stream doesn't really lead into this, but it is the last thing that we did chronologically, and that's meeting the Flower Girl. That will become a thing later. It's not part of the side quest that we're doing right now. It's part of a different side quest. What we're doing now is, as I said, we came back down to Goog, or Gog, or Doug. I'm not sure. This one is one that's... This is another side quest that's pretty easy to miss if you don't know that it's going to happen, because at this point of the game, there's no real reason to come this far south in the map anymore. To the best of my recollection, there are no more battles or other main plot events that happen this far south. So you really kind of just have to be wandering around looking for things if you want to stumble into this.
Fair enough. I mean, it's kind of its own little peninsula out here. The main battle's going up north. Makes sense.
And the backstory for this is essentially, Bezrodeo, sent a carrier pigeon or something to say, hey, I found something cool. You might remember that this is where they find artifacts of the prior civilization frequently.
Right. Right. It's also where Mustadio is from.
Exactly. So yeah, they drag Ramza all the way down here to look at a curious iron sphere.
Sure.
But wait,
Whoa.
there's more.
Uh-oh. It's a bomb!
Just kind of look like a big bomb, doesn't it?
Definitely has bomb-like characteristics.
Yep, it's got a symbol. It's a zodiac symbol. Go figure.
Ooh, uh-oh. That doesn't sound good to me.
That is the entirety of the event.
Wait, what?
That's it. Well, and this kicks off some other stuff. It unlocks some other things elsewhere on the map now that we've done that. And, yeah. So, the next part of it requires us to go all the way back up to Gollund. So I have a save game set up there as well, so we don't have to navigate all the way up there. All that other save game, or this new save game did, was move us from here to here. No other changes.
Gotcha.
So now that we're here,
Gig.
we go to the tavern.
Sweet. Oh man, that guy really has a growth.
Oh my, yeah. He looks like a fish.
He's bilious.
It's like if you took a nose off Ted Cruz.
Woof. He has a beard now. He has a beard now.
Oh yes, yeah, very handsome. Anyway, now you know these yeah, lots of rumors. These kind of talk about things that you know are happening elsewhere. But the one we care about here is the haunted mine. Oh, and I should have actually done... Well, no, I don't really need to do that. It should be fine. Right. Monsters have taken a residence. So there we go. There's monsters in the mine. That's the important.
That sounds pretty standard to me.
Yeah, Now we go up to Lasalia. Seeing that rumor will unlock this scene that we're about to see. And we're back in the pub. Slightly different group of characters hanging out here.
Different... Oh man, gosh, that face.
Same bartender.
Oof.
Oh, come on, Ramza.
Milk? A milk-fed boy.
Yeah, after a good hard battle, I like a cold glass of milk. Here's the follow-up to that rumor. You know, now we're in a different tavern. Now they're talking about that rumor that we just heard. Yeah, hordes of them.
Oh,
yep,
dear.
that's pretty much what we just heard in the rumor already. Come on, guys. You're right, there is coin to be had in this. And, you know, the fact that we're, you know, actively pursuing, you know, supernatural beings that want to destroy the world, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know, gotta have balance.
Oh, right, he's drinking milk and being altruistic.
Oh, love it. Get you a man.
If only Lord Barbaneth were still alive. Well, unfortunately, Patricide reared its ugly head on that one, but I guess you don't know that, Barkeep.
Ooh.
What manner of beast indeed.
Uh-oh.
Neat. Maybe we could poach it. That guy's been suspiciously quiet. Oh, there we go.
Wow, now that's a profile. Look at
Yeah,
that sharp young
he's
fellow.
dashing, to say the least.
Truly.
And, yeah,
Beowulf.
an appropriately
Sweet.
dashing name.
Sweet. You might have heard of me. There's a long poem about my exploits.
It did not involve a holy dragon. It was turned into a horrible movie, though.
Well, there was a dragon.
Oh, yeah. And it's
It's not very
I have
holy.
to admit, it's been 20 years since I've read Beowulf.
That's fair.
We have to offer him Gil, or else he won't come along. And then the side quest will be over. This is a monster quest, so we're definitely going to bring Luso and try to poach some of these guys, just because we can.
Right, sure.
And now you'll note that Gollund has gone orange. So we've got some battles, and we're going into the Colliery.
Sweet.
A little split party action.
Is that character going to join our party?
Maybe. He's going to be a guest, certainly.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's take Luso. Boy, it's been a long time since I've done these battles. There's Beowulf just kind of hanging out there in the corner. No monsters in this first one. I don't know if... There may be dialogue in this battle that explains it, but generally speaking, I think these are other people trying to earn the money by clearing out the monsters, so they're attacking us. Let's see, what sort of creature is Ramza at this point? He's a samurai still. I think we should be able to. Oh, didn't quite get him. See, you saw there, we lost that sword. It rent itself after using it in the sword magic. So the fact that we did not get him all the way dead means that that entire turn was pretty much wasted.
No.
Wait, his name is Singleton? That's amazing.
That's pretty good.
What a great name. I love Singleton. Hey, narrator way. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. Probably last stream, but with the holidays coming, DP is traveling, and I am also busy with family stuff. So we're doing a Wednesday stream to just kind of blow through some side questy stuff for today. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the classic night gun. Pew!
Love to see it.
Everybody loves a night gun. Old man Sid is slow since we stole his Excalibur from him and gave it to Luso.
Such is the sacrifice for trying to capture something.
That was useful. That was much better. Hey, you'll note that Beowulf's job class is Templar, which is A little concerning, possibly.
Uh-oh.
Also, I totally missed that that chemist was there. I probably could have gone to beat him up instead and been much more useful. Let's see. Oh, come on. And yes, it is all chemists in this battle, for some reason. I think just to be annoying.
That does, I guess, make for kind of an almost interesting mechanic. But also, it does make you feel a little bit bad for killing them, especially without dialogue.
No, it actually just irritates me because this entire time they're just going to stand there and heal anybody that I don't knock out in a single turn.
Here's a party entirely of healers. Cut them down.
Oh, healers and guns. I think every one of them has a mithril gun equipped. But it's no match for my glacial gun.
Well, indeed it is not. Also, belatedly, high NP. I don't have the stream thing up, so I can't see when anyone is saying something.
Yeah, it's just NP so far.
I like to be able to see what people are saying, but it messes with my connection, trying to load everything at once.
Yes, we know that your connection is barely existent in in the best of times. Now, are you going to actually do anything here, Beowulf, at all? Or are you just going to wander around? I understand now why he didn't ask about Gil until after the job was done, because he's just going to kind of stand there in the snow. This was kind of, not necessarily this battle in particular, as there are other snow battles in the game, but this was part of the motivation that I had when we created Father Chrismog on the site. Who is back again for another year.
Yay!
I also think this is probably the first battle, if not the only battle, in which enemies actually have auto potion available to them.
I'm trying to think if there was a previous instance of that, and yeah, now that you mention it, I'm not really remembering any.
Yeah, maybe they are a drug ring. That's so annoying. Come on.
It's a possibility.
You have no chance of winning this battle. Just let us do this.
Let us have this.
We have so little. We're only extremely wealthy adventurers traveling the world.
Yeah. We deserve it.
You have no use for a, Good point, NP.
What is it?
He says that we're up against an all-chemist team, and there is quote-unquote snow everywhere. Definitely lends some credence to the idea of the drug ring, yes. I like it. I'm gonna crush his helmet just to be a jerk. Nah. Good old horribly broken Sid.
Love it.
I'm not real sure why I still have him as an orator. I think maybe I was going to go ahead and just randomly teach him a few orator skills, because he's got equip gun, I think. already.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I learned that before we started the stream today, which, as I mentioned before, was kind of the only reason I wanted to have an orator. But, as long as we're here. Most of these battles are not intensely difficult, so it's not going to hurt us to grind through some relatively weaker classes. I'm also not 100% sure why I still have Ramza as a samurai, honestly, because there's not much that I would plan on using in the samurai skill set. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because we've already decided that he's better with a dual wield than...
Yeah, than with two-hand, which was... That's the other big skill set in there. I mean, the sword magic is, in fact, extremely powerful, but the downside to it being the fact that you can break your sword, it can be very difficult to actually get the swords that you need to use the higher level magic. Some of them, if you want more than one, you actually have to go to the game's optional dungeon and catch them when ninjas throw them at you.
It's
like not a very efficient way of doing things, to say the least.
No. I mean, if it all, I guess, depends on how much damage you're able to do with it.
Yeah.
In some games, that equation ends up working out all right, but in a lot of games, it just frankly doesn't.
Yeah. Only in terms of the samurai's ability. The samurai's ability is essentially sword magic NP, and that sword magic requires you to have a sword, with you, for obvious reasons. In the original version of the game, the sword magic could not be used unless the sword was not equipped, which, obviously is a bit of a limitation. So if you put the sword in your hand to use as a weapon, you could not use its magic. I think that they fixed that or changed, whether it was intentional or not, I have no idea. But I think that you can do it in War of the Lions, with the downside being that when it inevitably breaks, then you have no weapon equipped either. So...
Right, yeah.
I'm not real sure where I lost you on that one, NP. I'm honestly not. You're gonna have to be more specific. Also, NP, can you tell me that you can also hear DP in the game? Because last week it didn't work very well.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, for the first... yeah, No Name called it out. Remember we had to restart the stream because he couldn't hear you?
Oh, right. I thought you were saying after that.
No, after that it was fine.
Audible.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so it asked us if we wanted to save because this is just a string of battles again. And
Classic.
yes, NP, to you in the original version, again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure they fixed it in this version. But originally, if you wanted to use the samurai's ability, you had to have swords in your inventory that were not equipped. Are we low again? Really? Goodness. Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit for you, Chief. Let's see, he did absolutely nothing in that last battle, so there's probably nothing we can teach him, but, yeah. So, his Special Templar skill set is kind of similar to what the Oracle can do. It's all status magic. So, here's one that he can use to blind an enemy. Here's one that he can use to, let's see, yeah, siphon MP, silence, etc., etc. The best one is chicken. And at some point we will definitely have to use some chicken because chicken is highly entertaining. It does what it says on the box. So, you know, no big
Nice.
spoilers there, but... Okay. Got another battle. We'll take the same group. Ooh, now we're on the slope. Now, let's find out where those monsters are. There's one behemoth. There's another behemoth on this map, and I think he's hiding behind one of the human characters. Whee! Not sure we can do a whole lot in this turn. I don't think that'll reach him. Nope.
Love that move radius. Really love to see it.
Yeah, and I think it's actually short one because he's not a ninja currently, and he is instead a samurai.
Beautiful.
Oh, look! He's got a glacial gun. Gonna have to do something about that, I think.
Can it be stolen?
It could be if I had brought a thief.
Ah.
Eh. We have other options later. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if we can kill off this guy before.
Oh, man. Whew. I'm trying to sit up attentively so that my mouth is close to the microphone, so that I don't sound like I'm in a cave.
No, you've sound fine to me.
I've had 2 days, the last 2 days, I've both done back, or rather leg workouts, so my back is sore.
Oh, the shame of being so fit.
It has its costs.
For what it's worth, I did legs this morning as well, so
Nice. What do you do?
just general. nothing incredibly robust, I have to say. But oh, is he gonna do something? Oh, there's where that behemoth is. He's hiding in that cave behind that guy we just killed.
Very confusing.
And now he's blind.
Oh well, at least Beowulf did something though.
Yeah, his abilities have better hit percentages than the ones similar ones done by oracles.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll let that behemoth come out, and then we'll try to kill him. Oh, he's a behemoth king. Even better. Oh! Ouch.
Best not come at the king and miss.
But he was just standing there. Cool, let's just have the Thunder God here chilling out with 13 HP. Perfect. I was wondering if one of you two would catch that. Blind isn't a super useful thing in this game. There are a lot of moves that completely ignore blind status.
Clearly.
Let's see if we can get him killed again.
Including often the better moves, and the moves that stronger opponents actually use.
Let's do it this way. You're right, blind is very rarely useful. But that Dark Knight ability that Sid does not have in the original version is pretty useful here, because it just healed him to the tune of 195 HP. Wins Beowulf. Okay, Beowulf's going to get a turn coming up, so I don't want to run the risk of killing him yet. Beowulf might take care of it, or might knock him critical for me, so Luso can finish him off. Man, thing won't hit anything if it's up a slope. Oh no, Luso got the first attack.
Aww.
Not enough to kill him either. I'm gonna wait. That's probably gonna work out very poorly for Luso momentarily, but... Oh man. Guns hit nothing.
Womp. Frickin' womp, man. I do like these winter environments, though, I must say.
Yeah, this whole town's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woof.
That one might have been impacted by blind. Poachy poachy.
Mm-hmm. Not sure why a tentacle was what was left there. Right?
I don't really know the answer to that either. Oh man, she still can't hit him. So lame.
No.
That behemoth's doing nothing useful. Sid's got a huge... oh man. Sid's got a huge move radius as well, because his basic class has a good one,
Yeah,
and
it
I put move +1 on him as well in preparation for this. Now, what are you going to try to steal? Oh, thank you. Oh, come on. How is that not going to hit him?
Aw.
So annoying. Could have had this battle done. Dual wield is just such a cheat tactic.
It really is. The sheer amount of... I mean, it's... If it were closer to double-handed's difference, that would be one thing, but... yeah, man. It's just so much... I mean, you just really double up on the damage.
Mm-hmm.
They don't... I'm trying to think, is it actually just straightforwardly 2 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
what you... See, all logic would say that there should be some sort of dampening on that. Right?
Yeah.
That each hit would only be, say, 70%. That way you're still doing more, but the strength isn't as much, which is,
I mean, I don't remember
closer to what double-handed would be then.
I don't remember what the damage calculation is specifically, but it's pretty close to 2x 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, and maybe this is less the, there aren't, at least that we haven't seen so far, a lot of weapons that have additional abilities on strike.
Yeah, we had the ice brand on Luso for a while. that would add in
Right.
ice. I think we had the ice bow for a while, which would also add in ice. But yeah, there's not that many. Glacier
Right.
gun,
'Cause I was
obviously.
gonna say that the huge difference that you can get. Ooh, nice.
Nah, we already
The
have
huge
better on
difference.
both of those.
Okay, never mind then. Well, at least they'll sell fairly well. The big difference that you see in a lot of games with double-handed is that you can benefit from special effects of two different weapons, which can sometimes be exploited quite successfully. And that then is what sets it apart from, say, double-handed, even if the amount of damage is equivalent for the two. But in this game, right, the damage is more for dual wield. And then I imagine too that even though those weapons are rarer, if you have two of them, you could potentially exploit that too.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of them you can, I think. The ones that do have special abilities, I believe none of them are single instance weapons. Some of the weapons that have special buffs are single instance weapons, except for what I mentioned earlier, where sometimes you can find ninjas that are of sufficiently high level to throw them at you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to have the catch ability equipped, and then you can catch them and keep them. Let's see here. What can you do, Speechy? How does he only have 153? Well, I guess I did blow like 800 on getting him to equip guns. I don't believe you can use the rend with ranged weapons, so they won't work with the gun anyway, but might as well teach them while we're here. Let's see if this Joker has enough to learn anything new. That could come in handy.
Indeed.
Now this one has some rarer monsters in it for us to go after. So I really should have put Luso over on the other side so we could go after that pig first, but...
Yeah.
As long as Beowulf doesn't take him out, that'll be fine. Yeah, no way he's going to be able to hit anything with all the changes of height here.
Yeah, this is quite a mess.
We'll see
I
if
do
we
love
can...
the strolling pig, though. I'm really into it.
There we go. We'll sneak a shot around the corner here. Yeah, there are definitely instances where defeat all enemies is not the objective of the battle. There are a handful of protection battles. We've seen a few of them already. There's some where you explicitly only have to defeat the leader of the party. But yeah, I mean, by and large, most of them are of the kill everybody mold. If there's anything I want you to take away from playing through this game, it's that dragons have a 2 square move radius for their breath attacks. No, it's that having auto potion on as many people in the party as possible really takes a lot of the effort out of this game. When you rarely have to think about whether you're going to heal somebody or not, it certainly makes things a lot easier.
I mean, yeah. Frankly, I mean, we've obviously struggled, at plenty points even with this ability that I really don't even want to imagine what it would be like without it at all, right? Like you'd have to really, I mean, especially because, you know, when you're curing, you have to think about range and proximity and those things too.
What kind of... Huh.
And then since not everyone has that capacity, you know, then suddenly, if, you know, someone gets incapacitated, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Though in this case, you know, that's only Orlando of our main party members, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So these dragons are healed by ice. So she is utterly useless.
Oh no. I guess we probably should have thought of that.
Probably.
If we were thinking then.
It's of no major concern to me. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Poached.
Nice. Love to see it. Ooh, a wing. Nice.
Yeah, I think, by the way, I think those behemoths leave their tails behind, not a tentacle.
It looked like a tentacle to me.
I agree, but I think it's supposed to be a tail.
I'm sure you're right.
It does make a bit more sense. Since you're not going to be doing anything this battle. Oh, rude. Why not go after the guy that we don't care if he dies?
I hate when enemies do that.
I don't even remember what I said. What dream do I have? I'm so unfamiliar with the concept of having dreams, NP, that I don't really know what to say to you. Oh, you mean attacking the guy that we don't care about. Now I've got it pieced together. We spent a fair amount of time in the last stream talking about how I'm unable to play and think simultaneously.
When you add talking in there, man, it just really gets hard.
Well, I usually talk without thinking, so that doesn't make a huge difference. Aw, critical dragon, he looks so sad. Luso, come on, get there. Beowulf's gonna take him out before we get a chance to poach him, I think.
Boo.
Unless...
I love the expression on a pig face where it's just so unamused.
He's a battle pig.
Yeah. Despite his waddle, he is, you know, he's seen some stuff.
Ah, yes. Fair enough. The dream NP was referring to is that of it not being a tentacle. Because obviously it's a tentacle because Japan. And he raises a good point.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Beowulf a jerk. I might just kill Beowulf in this next turn, so... he can't. Because the pigs are so rare. And they do drop good things. At least things that are worth money.
Ah, gotcha. Right, I think I've seen one before.
Yeah. I think you've probably seen one. There's one that can show up in the swamp battle. There's another one that can show up in a battle later. but I don't think we saw him in this playthrough. And there are a few maps that can spawn them, but I don't know them off the top of my head. I'd have to go looking up the answer. Recruiting one is even better, because the only random spawns you ever get are the base level pig, but just like all the other... Oh, wow. Thanks, pal. Just like every other creature, there are 3 tiers, and obviously the other tiers have better stuff. So you will find some people from time to time who like recruiting a base level pig and then hatching higher level pigs and then killing them for their items.
Pork. Fair enough.
It's rude, but it is just a pig. A bipedal pig, but a pig nonetheless.
And I do love pork.
Who doesn't? Well, I mean, large religions around the world, but other than that.
So, are we trying to poach the pig now? Is that the plan, or are we...
Well, since the dragon is alive, we'll probably just go ahead and poach him on the next turn. And we'll start softening up the pig a little bit, so he's easier to poach. He's only got 134 HP, so I guess we don't really need to soften him up too terribly much.
He's already very tender.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to set up a reservation for dinner for my anniversary.
You should do that.
Speaking of tender pig... I don't know that either of us would have pig, but... Yeah. Now, if my Orator had more skills, I'd probably try to tame the monster and recruit him like I was talking about, but I don't, so there we go. Now we've got some real poaching opportunities coming up.
Sweet.
This is the last battle of this phase of the side quest coming up. Yes, I know. Oh, that's right, we can only take 4 this battle. And there's a reason for that. What's the reason when we usually have fewer people that we can take into battle, DP? What have you learned?
New character.
That's right. New guest.
Yay.
Guess which one?
I don't know. That guy?
No, unfortunately we do not get a demon. But it seems like somebody in this map might have a stone. Now do you know who the other guest is?
I'm sorry, I'm lagging, so the answer is still no.
Oh, okay.
Reis?
Reis. Remember what Beowulf said when we recruited him? He's trying to
No.
find out that holy dragon. And there she is.
Sorry, you just clocked out there for me again. He's trying to find out what?
He was trying to find the holy dragon. And now we have.
Yes. What?
Have you seen any of this?
Reis is a dragon?
Yeah, Reis is the dragon. The purple dragon at the beginning of this scene. And
I'm
she's
confused.
holy, which factors into the fact that Beowulf is a Templar. Just roll with it, man.
I'm still confused. I thought the Templars were evil here.
Well, not this one. Or we don't think, anyway. But what we do know is
No.
that dragon is fighting on our side. And is going to straight up murder that Marlborough. Also, I didn't remember how this battle map laid out, and it's not going to work out very well for me. Because Reis is legit going to kill half this map before we even get there. These are, Oh, okay. Well, never mind what I just said. She's now disabled. And this is a protect mission in P, so we are going to have to go support her now that she can't defend herself. These are top-level floating eye enemies, so they'll be good to poach if we can get there. And, you know, if one of them to come to us, that's fine, too. Yay! Well, in Final Fantasy Tactics, Doom actually works in a very straightforward way. Instead of the counter counting down to when the character drops a treasure chest or crystallizes and is gone forever, Doom puts that same counter on them for the number of turns they have until they're KO'd. So when that timer over Eustacia hits 0 on her next turn, she will collapse and die. She won't be instantly crystalled. She'll get her crystal countdown timer starting from there, but she will be KO'd. Oh no! Guess I didn't get to her quite quick enough. Insta-crystal! Game over!
No.
Ah, well. Let's try that again. That's okay. If we didn't wipe at least once, I don't know what I'd do to fill the rest of the time in the stream. Okay, we're going to set this up differently this time. Now that I remember how the map works. As our primary healer, we're going to put him there so he can get up the steps faster. And we're going to do the same with Luso. In fact, we're going to swap them. Put Ramza here. There we go. Now it's time to do the shaft, apparently.
Okay. Here we go again.
How many times did I need more than 2 opportunities to beat a battle, though?
Fair, fair.
Oh, NP. Somebody, please join NP in chat, so he's not speaking solely to himself. Whoa! Save some for the others, Reis. And we could have him take a pot shot at this guy, but I'm gonna save a little bit of his charge timer to get there and heal Reis faster. So we don't have what happened last time happen this time. Oh, don't go get in the middle of them. Big dumb dummy.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every guest that did precisely that,
And I don't care when I'm not supposed to be actively defending them.
yeah, that does make it harder.
Also, seriously, Beowulf, you're just kind of along for the ride here. You have done nothing of value. Ouch!
Yeah, it was big.
Oh, I thought it hit all 3 of them. Yeah, not so worried about that. Uh-oh. Okay, so that ability was called Stone, but all it did was immobilize. Great.
That is a bummer.
Eh, better than actually petrifying him. Now, let's go heal that dragon. Alright. Nope. Doomed. Aw, now she's gonna kill him before I could poach him, since I died.
No.
So lame.
Aw. I will say their corpses are kind of creepy looking.
Rats. was hoping that would heal immobilize, but it does not.
Hmm.
I don't believe that Archaeo demons can be poached. I'm pretty sure they can't be. But it doesn't really matter, because I can't get to him to attack him anyway.
I can imagine. That makes sense.
Of course, this battle's going to drag on for a little while now, since I can't get to the guy in any way. There we go. Now, if you want to see something truly pathetic, look at that guy. Sorry, you're critical.
Oof.
Sorry, you can't do anything. There we go. And I forgot, living in the South, like, everything is closed on Sunday. That goes back to, you know, that just goes back to my anniversary dinner idea. I was gonna go out on Sunday.
That will get you.
Ugh. Terrible. Okay. Anyway. Yes, she looks so pleased.
Am I supposed to know who Reis is?
Yeah, it's the dragon.
What dragon?
The dragon that's standing there.
I know that. Is that someone we've met before?
No, but it's what it's the reason that Beowulf
forgotten.
wanted to come along. In the tavern, the randoms were talking about the holy dragon that they'd heard was at the bottom of the mine shaft, and Beowulf was like, "I'm looking for a holy dragon," and it turned out it was the same holy dragon. By golly.
Well, there we go.
Cha-ching! Beowulf knows him. Meh.
Also, I just want to note that every time you've tried to explain to me what the heck Reis is, the audio has broken.
Ah, maybe it's a conspiracy.
It's yeah, it's a conspiracy, I suspect.
Twitch doesn't want you to know the secret of Reis. She is a holy dragon.
Well.
She doesn't drop eggs or anything like that. She's just a special dragon.
Well, they're both in our party now.
The specialist dragon.
Either of them cool enough to get any playing time, or no?
Oh, well, yes. There are more side quests that involve them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, let's see. Let's see.
Now, I can't stand for too much longer here.
Yeah, me neither. So that's why I'm thinking about what we want to do next. You have missed a few streams, NP. We've unlocked quite a bit. Let's see. Let's head back to Zeltenia. No! I tell you what. Just for you. We'll take her along. Not Beowulf, though.
Ooh, I love this music.
I had a really rough random battle here when I was grinding a couple weeks ago to get ready for a stream. Just barely made it out with everybody resurrected. Oh right, those guys can fly. She's a dragon. She can use breath.
Clearly.
And apparently it makes like a tin whistle sort of noise when she does.
So you may think that a really large dragon creature would have, for example, large lungs and thus, you know, indeed roar. But you would be wrong.
She's very delicate. She's a dainty dragon. Poachy poachy.
I do love those bird things. They look so crabby.
They are indeed rather stroppy. Nope, that'll kill that one. Guess they're weak to fire. Oh, do you have a dragon in your office with you?
No, good grief. That was me moving the chair back on my carpet.
Is your chair from 1968?
Evidently. Either that or the carpet. Honestly, probably both. Wow. I don't know how that's even possible with a noise-proof mic.
Oh, for Pete's sake. She can't hit anything. So I think what we'll do is we'll unlock the next part of this side quest before we call it a day.
Okay.
Because I think I'm going to need to do some prep work for the battle that spawns out of this next unlocking. in order to fully maximize how we want to do it. The battle that comes from this is pretty famous for having some extremely rare and cool equipment that you can find on the battlefield, but you have to have a character who is equipped to do it, like a chemist, and you have to have the ability to jump really high. So that's going to require some swirling around of the characters a little bit.
Right, they have a couple characters who can jump high right now, but
yeah,
well,
the way to go will probably be see, to find good items, you have to have low faith, which makes Rafa a good opportunity for that. But Rafa also doesn't have much jump ability.
Or any ability.
Really, yeah. Oh no, didn't quite kill him. But for that reason, you know, for the purposes of illustration, there's a good chance that I fudge that one and to get it ready.
Sure.
Because otherwise it can be a real struggle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that seems to be. I mean that's the mark of a good side quest there. That it forces you to do planning that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily have to do.
Yeah. Pretty useless otherwise. And for my money, digging items up out of the ground is pretty useless for 95% of the game. But that 5% where it's actually useful is you can get some pretty serious cool stuff. And in fact, the bonus dungeon, you have no choice but to have a character who can do that, because that's the only way to advance in the dungeon, is to find the hidden exit.
Oh, interesting. Well, I mean, again, that sounds consistent to me with what you see in other.
Yeah, and this one in particular, it's a real pain in the butt dungeon. A lot of fun though. Oh, slow dragon. You do nothing for me. Really? A lot of gil there.
Yeah,
At least
that's
there's
nice.
that. Okay. Now, back to Zeltenia. And back to the tavern.
Love it.
Cursed Isle of Nelveska. It's 80,000 domes north of Zeltenia, whatever that means.
What?
I know, right?
Have we ever used that phrase before?
No.
That unit of measurement. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, so, yeah. Oh no, there's an Iron Sentinel.
Fearsome at that.
Yeah, so, you might want to think back to how we started the stream today. We seem to have encountered some sort of random, unidentified iron item, right? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that should be it.
Cool.
Now we go here. That must be 80,000 domes. Give or take.
That's it. That's the amount
Give or
right
take.
there.
Yeah.
Little did we know that's approximately what we've been traveling every single time.
Yeah, I know. They could just say, it's pretty close.
It's about the same distance from here as every other place on the map is from every other place on the map. I
So-
also love the lady shopkeeper behind him there, who's just sort of tucked back there looking,
Checking them out.
shyly checking out the shopkeeper.
Guess it's time to drop some cash. Well, I guess. I think she's checking out Ramza. I'm guessing the shopkeeper is her dad.
Oh, I see.
You know, nice family business.
Hmm.
Okay, well, there we go. That'll do it for a nice short pre-holiday stream, I suppose. Because, like I said, I need to do some prep work to get ready for Nelveska, because you only get one shot at it. So if you want to do all the stuff that's there, you have to do it all within the scope of the same battle. So you gotta get it right. Yeah.
Fair enough. No, it was good. I mean, we got almost 90 minutes in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect for a Wednesday afternoon.
Indeed.
So yeah,
And we
well,
even got a visitor to view with us.
yeah. God bless you, NP. What a sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up there then, I guess. Happy holidays to you, DP, and you and I
Thank
will
you.
get back together. I assume your schedule will still be amenable next semester for these things, so we'll work out a schedule when we're back around. And yeah, happy holidays to everybody. Whoever sees this, even if you watch it in June.
Whoa. Futurity.
I know. I assume we were not all dead by then.